Good afternoon. I want to do an update on the last chart I published for Bitcoin SV. This is what the chart looked like at the time and where I had left off. Triangle wave 4 was in the works. However, that is not how things played out. So what I want to do is update this count over here and go into that in a little more detail. The good news is that we're a ways away from what I have labeled here as intermediate wave 1. It's the high is around the 153, 154 price, which gives some room should this go lower. But as I'll point out, I think what we see here is actually quite positive. So the first order of business is fixing this up and talking about what actually played out and making some changes. It did look like a triangle was forming. You still can see that triangle, but it does make sense when you think about the size of this triangle compared to wave 2. This wave 4 was really short and too small to be proportional to this. So it makes sense. Price went sideways and created a bigger correction. So now addressing what looked so certainly to be a wave 4 triangle. Zooming in here, I'm going to delete this arrow, and I'm also going to pull the 4 down over here for now. Instead of this being the ABC, I will show you what I see now. I'm actually going to leave the line markers, and it might be easier to just delete the count right there. Alright, here we go. I see a triangle that forms, sorry, that's actually wrong too. Here we go. So what if that's the start of the triangle? You've got A, B, C, D, and E. What does that mean? And let's fix these guys. This means that this triangle that I'm creating here is actually a subwave within the larger correction. So what might this be? I see this is an A wave or a W wave. Then what we have here is A, triangle B, C, and you can see easily the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. So all of this is a B wave or X if we were to count this as W instead of A. And then what's unfolded is impulsive to the downside, and as I was mentioning, there's good news because of this overlap that's happening right now. So you've got 1 down, 2 up, or 2 to pull back, and then this is where it gets a little tricky. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is 3, 4, 5. However, because of this overlap, it's more compelling to see this as maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a truncated 5th wave. It's a little early, I'm gonna say, to confirm this while I'm doing it on the spot, but let's put on the rest of the count here. So I'm gonna call this A, B, C, and turn off the magnets here so you can see that. Got ABC. Now that looks like a clear 3-wave move, which if this were a flat, then wave B could retrace to past 90% and even up to 127%. However, I don't think that's the case here. So what we've got really is a 0.618 retracement. So this needs to be considered a zigzag where it's A, B, C, but because this looks like it's three waves, unless we really dig in here and make the case of a leading diagonal down, I would go with W, A, B, C, X, and then that means we were expecting a three-wave move here, so this would be Y in another ABC. So I'll put on the ABC, A, B, C, and again A, B, C, or in the truncated fifth wave situation, it'll go here. I'll leave it here and we'll zoom in and see what we think. So the last part is the combination making this WXYXZ, and now it looks like I need to change my degrees, so I'll do that real quick. Intermediate. Oh, I probably need to go down even further. Alright. Minor. Minor. Okay. I think I went too aggressive there on the degrees, but we don't need to worry about that so much for now. I'll fix it up later before I just publish the formal chart. So we've got an ABCW, ABCX, and then another ABCY. So now zooming in here and adjusting this, this looks like a clear impulsive move. Then we've got a B reaction, and this is the part where we can really start scrutinizing. It gets kind of tough because it's pretty choppy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, truncated 5? I'm still liking, just because of the size of this move here, calling this a truncated fifth, which, if this is the case, you know, that's a pretty bullish sign. And so let's put that 1, 2, 3 label on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and adjust these a little bit. And okay, so if this is the count right now, that means when we zoom out, we've actually got some exciting upside ahead of us. You know, the one warning I want to put out is zigzags, or I'm sorry, combinations can turn into triple combinations. So this being a double zigzag, we could get another X and Y move here to really extend this sideways. And just proportionally speaking, I think there's room for that. But watching how impulsive this gets will tell us where this is going. If we pass the 382 mark, that's a good sign for the bullish case. And then I would pretty much say it's over on any more bearish news. Alright, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the video.